How many years have come and gone since that day? How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called.
Oh fuck.
How many years have come and gone since that day? How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called. The warrior of light. What sayest thou, Master Matoya? We may accept this fate, or defy it, but we cannot deny it.
Deny? I am not wont to run from my troubles. Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
This town certainly has changed, and not at all for the better. I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Minfilia. Greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must be undone. If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten. Become what you must. Become the warrior of darkness.
And we're live! Hello everyone, and welcome to another Midweek Madness. This week, as you can see, we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. And we're just going to show you a little bit of the gameplay and hopefully some interesting new story bits. So, we've just, not to give you any spoilers, but we're pretty far through the main story, and we're just picking up some bits from where we left off the last time. Yeah, just trying to catch up a bit. Okay, so we're in the Academia Anida, which apparently is one of the yeah, you have clicked the wrong thing. We are going back to a dungeon that we've done 100 times before. Which is basically one of the old ones that came out pretty early in this expansion, which is called which one is it again? Yeah. Oh well. Alright, so as an Astro, I try to get the most appropriate cards. So you can see I'm a healer. I'm green. Very fancy. So my class works on supplying others with buffs that actually make them stronger. It used to be that you could make people faster as well, and lots of other fun stuff, but they've taken that out and now all you supply is damage boosts, which is a bit sad really. one. So depending on which card I throw on people, they get different buffs. If I throw spear, arrow, or sun, I think it's the sun, on one of the melee, they get a DPS buff of 8%, whereas if I throw that on a ranged, it'll just be 4. If I throw Spire or Bowl on a ranged DPS, they in turn get 8%. This is not going very well. Why are you taking so much damage? Right, and we're gonna fight a massive shark. Oh yeah, it's technically 2 massive sharks. I just want a stupid... No, never mind. Oops. Yeah, I am moving, don't worry. Yes, there we go. Have that one. Yeah, sure. Right, if I use that one, what happens is that everyone gets a massive damage boost. But that only happens if I've used 3 tarot cards in the correct order. Which is 1 of each. Ooh-wee. Right, now we get the other guy. Well, that was a bit easier than I expected it to be. So, technically, while we're in here, we're reliving the memories of other people who have come before us. I don't want to say too much because that would then ruin the whole story for you. If you've played something, if you've played Final Fantasy before, it's got to do with the Ascians. So, I'm not going to say more than that. But this has been quite enlightening coming here. And it's part of going to Amuro in this new expansion. Or Shadowbringers. I like that far better. Oh, nice! I got a fending choker. Lovely. ugly fucker. I got a talisman of aiming and one of healing. Okay, beat them up, guys. Because I most certainly can't. I really would like that thing as my mount, but not sure that's ever going to happen. Sorry? Alright, okay. Hmm? Not really, no. There we go. Yay, stuff to sell. Shall we go to Doma a minute? Okay, so let's do the anemonesis, whatever that is. That one. You can read it on here because I certainly cannot say it. Anemone. No idea. Anemone? Get there somehow. Oh, and we get the intro to this new dungeon. Okay, and so it begins. To the depth! These are poor neighbours indeed. Yeah, so I'm guessing he's not happy with the guys that have just arrived here. I mean, I wouldn't be either if a squid was suddenly appearing on my back. Perfectly fair here. Oh, and some ugly looking little fish. Trenched and Bania. Oh, and even a massive... what are they called again? I am not pulling aggro. Most certainly not. It goes on. Okay, so we're going even deeper. Alright, this sounds like it's hurting him. Ah, you're ugly as fuck. Yeah. Yeah. And the father smells of elderberries and so on and so forth. Maybe you should make a, what are they called again? Yeah, make a macro with that. Ay, ay, ay. That thing is certainly very ugly. Hey! Leave me alone. Oh. There it lies. I give you my breath. That's nice. Thanks. Okay, we're going with a little Wanderous apparently. That looks ugly. That looks like someone's ripped out their intestines and made a thing out of it. Oh, my tablet just died. My tablet just died. Hey! How do you know? Okay, great. Oh, let's hope it dies quickly then. Fuck. Looks lovely. Oh, there's a big boomy thing. I'm not liking this much. Oh lord, now there's two. Oh. Oh, we've got two! Great! Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm trying to. Did you passage of arms that? I said, did you passage of arms that? Alright, okay. Nice. Anamnesis. Oh, anamnesis. Oh, anamnesia is when you're trying to remember stuff. Same as amnesia is when you're forgotten everything. So this is going to be the place of remembrance or some such shit. Well, that was a bit of a waste of a buff. Great. Slaying and maiming. I said slaying and maiming. Great. Oh god, I keep getting stuff. Yeah, so did I. I'm getting too much stuff. I think they have, yeah. Because that was from last... I was going to say last patch, but it wasn't even the last patch. It's the last expansion. Oh yeah, I forgot we got a bouncy thingy spinny. I hardly remember how that works. Glad I'm not the one playing that. Oh great! Hat of casting. It's all casting stuff today. Yeah. Yay, well done. You can't remember because it's casting. Ooh, Cyclops as opposed to Cyclops. All of these bosses seem to be focused on making me heal people a lot. Oh god, terrible hammer. What do we do? No, no. Ouch. Oh, I died. Bye, guys. That's the end of it, because none of them can revive. Unless you can clemency yourself to the win. Yep. And you've already got 3 stacks, so might want to pep some cooldowns. Apparently. No, stand in that guy first. Oh, that looks painful. And run. Oh, you almost made it. You might want to pop your... Yeah, no. It's okay. Let's retry. So whichever one he makes first explodes first? Okay. Alright. Yeah. This time we're not gonna sit all the way up there. Not right in the middle, but get somewhere we can actually hear. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll put him on. Oh. So stand in that one. No. Ah, fuck. Yeah, that worked. Final versus everyone. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, you do. Oh, I gave you one, that's fine. Yay! We did it this time. Oh, fending. Nice, well done. That's a chandelier that we're probably going to bring down. I like the jazz music, it's nice. Yay! And some maiming. Oh, they're gonna charge it, aren't they? Can I stand in it? No, can't. Not seriously important. Oh, there's another harpoon thingy. Oop, shit. You take them. It actually stopped. Oh, slaying. Oh, if I wanted it. Hey. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm trying to help, but I'm not really gaining any ground here. Aye! Wee! Have fun with those. Said have fun with those. Yeah, for some reason one is attacking the... yeah. Your weapons are still too glowy. I said your weapons are still too glowy. Oh! No, I didn't. Ooh! Oh yeah, we were supposed to kill the matriarch. Sorry, what did you say? Avoid hands stand on bubbling grates. Okay. Okay. Bone breaker. I'm presuming that's a tank buster. She. Alright, okay. So that damages you. Oh, yeah, avoid hands. Okay, that's fine then. Oh, fuck. No, never mind. Oh, standard bubbling great. Nope, it wasn't. Ah, fuck. Yeah. No, it's fine. I got you. Oh, no, I had it. So does it stop at any point or what? Oh shit, so I need to keep standing on it, yeah? Ow, 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 I'm gonna die to that. No, I'm not. Okay, good. Hey! Oh, okay. It's one of those. Okay, the up and down ones. And did. We did it! And suddenly they show up. Oh great, you've killed this massive beast. Warrior of Light, sorry, of Darkness has taken care of it again. Okay, let's watch the video.
This structure must have served an important function. And here are yet more crystals.
I too noted the crystal repository on the way. The Benthos seem to employ them in their spellcasting.
In such vessels did the ancients preserve concepts, ideal forms to be drawn upon in the act of creation. That so great an abundance should reside here lendeth credence to Ishtola's conclusion. This facility held great significance.
for joining us in the Oneida in these most perilous of times. So this is just another sort of memory that they saved for people to be seen if anyone ever came by again. By the summoning of Zodiac have we been granted a reprieve, yet immutable as the laws he has woven may seem, they will not serve to forestall our doom. Sounds ominous. Nay, should we continue down this path, our fate will be the same. I said as much to the convocation, of course, but the stubborn fools turned a deaf ear to my warnings. I had hoped that the defector, at least, would side with us, but I regret to report our overtures have gone unanswered. Oh, so there has been a defector. With attend your thoughts, Vinat. Where you lead, we will follow. So we don't know who that guy is. I shall not speak ill of the convocation. They too seek only to secure the future of our star. Yet it is plain they will not countenance a permanent solution. That being the case, we must ask ourselves a simple question. Are we prepared to pursue our chosen course, even should it mean summoning the eternal condemnation of our brethren? Sounds even more ominous. If so, I see no further reason to demur. Oh, so they're summoned some other thing, okay. Let us bring forth the light that shall ever after keep the darkness in check. Oh, so they were the first ones to summon Eidolon. Good to know.
So, it was they who first summoned Eidolon.
Their discussion did seem to imply as much, yes. I cannot say I have ever heard of this Venar before.
For a certainty, Emmet Selk never uttered the name, speak though he did, of the schism which Zodiac's advent wrought upon mankind. Some were of the viewpoint that his power must needs be restrained, and to that end they call forth she who would serve as his shackles. We now know that it was this Venar to whom they looked for leadership.
And that this place, in all likelihood, served as their headquarters. The presence of such intimate records attests to that. I would hear what else they have to tell us. All of it. Did anyone see the source of the image? The device there? Then let us see what other secrets it holds.
Dum dum dum. Two more guys. Venar, please, why must it be you? If I may speak plainly, I would sooner it were another, any other. You are our leader. No one can take your place. Uh-oh. You know as well as I that but few support our cause. Far fewer than they will place their faith in Zodiac. If Eidolon is to stand a chance of opposing him, I am the only one who might suffice as her heart. Ooh. Rest assured, however, I shall not vanish from this world. The form I take shall ever remain my choice. Then I will press you no more. Only know this, you will be sorely missed. I wonder, is this how the convocation felt about Elidibus? Oh, Lord. So Elidibus is Zodiac's heart.
What? Forgive me, but did that not strongly imply that Elidibus sacrificed himself to become Zodiac's heart?
Yes, yes it did.
7 hells. Then who or what are we dealing with?
Good question. Next question. The device appears to activate via a form of ethereal attunement, not unlike an aetherite. Beyond that, I can say little for certain, safe that we should take this opportunity to see what other records it contains. Let's see. No response? Confound it. If I may, milady, the panel did formerly emit a soft yet perceptible glow. That it doth so no longer may be token the depletion of some essential energy within. So it's run out of juice. Given how long it has lain dormant, I think it fortunate it functioned at all. Yes, probably. That may be, but if we can't get it to work again, we'll be leaving with more questions than we've answered. You, warrior, get our stuff. The wide-robed emissary hath ever named himself Elidibus. Yet if this shade spoke true, Elidibus ceased to be ere even the sundering came to pass. This calleth to mind a truth that Emmet Sugg did once reveal in passing, that the names by which we know our foes are not those given to Ascians at birth. Rather, they are titles of office afforded to individuals of merit at such time as the role becometh vacant. So if someone dies, someone else gets the name. Perchance the Elidibus at Zodiac's heart, and the emissary with whom we are acquainted, be not one and the same, but predecessor and successor. Might be. It's possible, if the previous Elidibus perished before the final days, the one we know could still be a survivor of the Sundering. And yet something in that explanation rings false. I will remain for a time. I would not abandon my attempts to revive the device so soon. There is more to learn here, I can feel it. In matters of aetherology, I know of no one as capable as thee. If there existeth a means to learn more, thou wilt surely find it. Basically, you're the best person for the job. Whilst thou art thus engaged, we shall attend to matters on the surface. So let's get back to where we were. I do find it terribly difficult to read out all the stuff that he says, because he always speaks so strangely. I do like to listen to it, that doesn't mean I like to read it out. I feel like I sound like Shakespeare. On we go. So Urianger has some ideas. Can we but uncover Elidibus's true origins, we may yet come to understand his designs. To that end, Y'shtola must needs be afforded as much time as she doth require to complete her investigation. To the extent that such things are within our control, yes. Speaking of which, perhaps we might trouble the Exarch for news of his progress with the spirit vessel. He will no doubt wish to hear of our own discoveries as well, such as they are. Okay. Ooh. Didn't even have to port back this time. That's a new one.
Dare I ask what's going on?
Ah, excellent timing. For me, in any case. We have a problem. The vast majority of those gathered here are presently in the employ of the Guard or else one of the facets, and no longer wish to be so. In principle, all are free to change vocation at any time, but a city does require a certain number of people in these positions if it is to continue to function. For the moment, I have asked them to postpone their resignation until such time as replacements can be found. As you may have surmised, we have the Warrior of Light to thank for this.
It's you! The Warrior of Darkness! You understand, don't you? Someone's going to have to look after this place once you're gone. We just want to be ready to do our bit when the time comes.
And not only here, but everywhere. Which is why we've got to get out there and lend a hand to those in need. That's what you did, isn't it?
You
Even if it was just
guys
little
are a
things at
bit
the start.
overzealous,
You
really.
helped people.
People,
we're trying to do the
chocobos, you
same.
name it.
We may have our sky back, but there's no shortage of people who still need help. If we follow in your footsteps, then I choose to believe we too can be heroes one day. Even warriors of light.
Hang on a second. You don't want to be warriors of light.
What are we to say to that? We can hardly tell them they are mistaken.
Not really.
They seek but to do good, as you have.
But no more can we stand idly by and suffer a paragon's scheme to proceed unchallenged.
Uh-oh.
What's happening to the sky?
Oh. Flippin' heck. Oh, are you fucking serious?
Wicked White. Oh no.
By the 12.
Sundering. Or whatever it's
A
called.
star shower.
I hear a voice.
So do I.
You and all. Then why does it feel like it's inside my head?
Hear? Feel? Think? I hear it.
Me too.
Did I not tell you, my friends? You are warriors of light!
Oh, bastard, you've done all of this shit.
You're back!
What you hear is the voice of light itself, and it has blessed you with its power. Welcome to the fold!
Oh, fucking hell, no. That's not how Heidelin chooses you.
I'm a warrior of light.
No, you're not.
I've been chosen?
No, you haven't.
Can it be?
Me, a hero.
Wait! The falling stars, were they your doing? And why do you need warriors of light?
What, am I to reveal my plans simply because you asked?
Sort of?
Nay, I think not. Though the stars, I acknowledge mine. A convenient illusion apt to awaken what little is left of the power that once resided in your sundered souls. That which you and yours call the echo. And an echo it is, of a symphony, but a fraction of what men in their completeness once possessed.
Uh-oh.
Even those among you who tower over others in the gift have only the faintest trace of it. But though sundered and forgotten through death and mocking rebirth, it has persisted. A whisper of our past, burned into your very ether, along with the sight of our end. Through the rekindling of memory, I have awoken the ability, just as Heidelin is wont to do when she has need of new minions.
Uh-oh.
The echo hath ever been thought a gift from Heidelin, a boon granted solely to her chosen. Yet thou wouldst claim she merely awakeneth the power that men should hearken unto? Her voice. Given the perceived simultaneity of her call and the awakening of her chosen's capacity to hear it, it is only natural that we thus attributed the source of the gift. Yet if, in truth, the echo is a prerequisite for hearing her voice, one might surmise that her call never ceaseth, such that all who awaken to their innate gift might receive of the blessing of light at the self-same instant. In sooth, we bore witness to this but moments ago. At the sight of the star shower, full many in the crowd did speak of hearing a voice in their minds, did they not?
Just so. And whenever Hydaelyn has need of new servants, she is quick to pluck comets from the heavens or create illusions of the same.
Why then didst thou conjure this vision, full knowing that thine age-old foe would thus claim those awakened to the gift?
Foe? You must be mistaken. As you see, I am a warrior of light.
Oh, bloody hell.
And together with my comrades in arms, I shall save the world. Just like you.
Oh god, he's gonna plunge it all into light now and then... Oh god, not again. There's gonna be no balance if he does that. Which means he's forcing us to take the Ascian side. This is a fucking nightmare. This might be why he's the one white Ascian. Yeah, he has made an absolute mess of things. He's gone then. I've managed to persuade a number of our would-be deserters to reconsider or at least delay their departure, but as many are deaf to my entreaties. Young Thaler and Vonard among them, I am sorry to say. They have quit the guard. Nevertheless, wish them well. Whatever Elizabeth's plans for them might be, the pair have only ever had the best of intentions. One can hardly blame them for thinking themselves heroes elect, not after having been blessed with the echo, and it's not as if they haven't shown the requisite spirit. I quite agree, though the impetus for their sudden departure may have been words falsely spoken. The men and women in whose footsteps they would follow are heroes in truth, warriors of light, but yourself most of all. Sorry, we're a warrior of darkness now. I think you got this wrong. And so I would ask a favour of you. Speak with them, they embark on their journey, and furnish them with what wisdom you can. They've set off for the Amara launch, but you should still be able to catch them if you leave now. Worth the effort, I'd say. If I recall correctly, the Elder Seatseer took the time to usher you into the wider world many moons ago. I think that comparison rather flatters Thaler and Vonard, but the point still stands. They would doubtless be greatly encouraged were the warrior of darkness herself to see them off. Okay. If thou art willing, I prithee go. Thou mayest safely leave the task of unfolding that which did transpire at Anamnesis to us. Lovely. Okay. Off to the Amara launch we go. No? Speak with Thaler. Oh. Over there. You again? I mean, it's you, milady! Sorry. It's been a funny old day. Goodness gracious, they've really sorted themselves new outfits, huh? You can be sure we'll take those words to heart. I still can't believe it, you coming all this way just to speak to us. I swear we won't let you down. So long as it helps someone, we'll do what needs to be done out there, no matter how small. And when larger threats loom, we'll be ready to face them. You see if we can't. The path shall ever be revealed to those who are true of heart. Or, well, what are you waiting for? Get out there. Yeah, let's go with the sort of... That sounds a little bit better. We'll be off then. Farewell, Warrior of Darkness, and thank you. Yep, off you fuck. Right. Speak to the Crystal Exarch. And the Crystal Exarch has something to say. Thank you for making the effort. I'm certain your words will be a boon to them. While you were away, the others told me of your investigation. We have yet to discuss how to proceed. However... Cutscene! While your findings in Anamnesis and Ida do raise important questions as to the identity of our adversary, we are no closer to discerning his design. Nor do I know of any other potential avenue of investigation. For which reason, we must needs trust to Ystola's ingenuity and wait for her efforts to revive the Ancient's device to bear fruit. What if I were to attempt to follow the emissary? Aloof as he is, his plan compels him to court public attention. He shouldn't be impossible to find. Well, no, probably not, but you're quite recognizable? Especially for one of your experience. Yeah, you've been possessed by a Ascian. Are you really the guy we want to send out? It does seem worth the attempt. No, it's not. Then I'll come with you. Safety in numbers. You're not really helpful, little girl. Nope. In combat, perhaps, but with stealth is required, the opposite is true. Happily, I don't plan on getting myself caught, so you've no need to worry. Nor do I intend to vanish for moons on end. We still have the empty to attend to, don't we? Alright, then I look forward to your return. Good girl. Then it sounds like the rest of us should avoid doing anything which might prompt Elidibus to look too closely at our movements. And so far as is possible, I recommend we limit our activities to the Crystarium. Speaking of which, Exarch, might I ask if you've made any progress with this spirit vessel? Yep, nod. Of course, we are presently studying the principles underpinning memory transference, and I believe nearing the requisite level of understanding. Ooh. Less hearteningly, practical trials of transference methods suited for use with the vessel have yet to yield satisfactory results, to put it mildly. Who are you testing this stuff on, I'd like to ask? But there are still many promising possibilities we have yet to test. Yeah, well, but who on? Indeed, though it may take some time yet, we are well on our way to a solution. And I shall not rest until one is found. Nodding all around. Though we are all grateful for thine unstinting efforts, thou needst not labour to the exclusion of all else. If it would serve to lighten thy burden, however little, I should gladly offer mine existence. I'm gonna help. Quite. I, for my part, will do what I can to ensure that the Crystarium continues to run smoothly in spite of recent disruptions. But perhaps I could help. There must be something I can do, even if it's just guard duty. Thank you, all of you. I shall breathe easier for your assistance. Oh, you haven't told me yet what I've got to do. Of course, on the evidence of the recent past, it will not be long before some new crisis arrives to throw our plans into disarray. At which time your services will be in particular demand. Oh, great. That being the case, perhaps you might take this opportunity to retire to your suite at the Pendants. Right, what are we gonna see? Usually, when you get one of these scenes, what you go and see is the guy you've just seen wearing the Ascian. Or the Ascian wearing his skin, basically. Let's go see. We're gonna go talk to ghosts again. Okay, let's get to it. A pleasure as always. I am relieved to see you were unharmed in the earlier commotion. What's commotion? Though if I may, you do look somewhat wary. I presume you will be retiring to your suite. Okay. Yes, let's go. Cutscene. Yeah, we have this nice, massive room that's just for us. And I'm lying around like a dead body. Nice. With my shoes on. Take your flippin' shoes off when you go to bed, will you? Yeah, my wings have been stabbing through the bed, it seems. They miraculously appeared. Why am I drinking from a can? It's Glenard from the Wandering Stairs. I apologize for calling. Okay. Hello. A friend of yours was asking after you. You may remember them from that business with the cardinal virtues. I don't know. Grandson. Well met, sinner. I was looking forward to a welcome respite here in the Starium, but the mood here is not exactly conducive to relaxation, as I'm sure you've noticed. Yep, kinda. I wager you know more about what's going on than anyone else in this city. Care to share? Sort of. Not really. I can't say that I envy you. Your prey. Dark work, this twisting of the Warriors of Light's legacy reminds me of what became of all Dikaiosuni, though this Asian of yours is a far bit more chatty. I'm tempted to silence him myself. Brandon made mistakes. I'm sure they all did, but the past is the past. They've earned their rest. I'm not about to tell him Sully Artbird's good name. I'll see that they have their peace. Yeah, that one. What, you want me to leave it to you? Yep. Apparently, I do. Right. I'm not the only one carrying all that weight. Very well. But only because you asked. The fuck you would have gone and done that. Remember, if you ever need me, just say the word, I'll be there. Really? You can magically appear if I call your name 3 times? Meanwhile, on the Crystal Tower's umbilicus. I'm not liking this. Glowy, glowy, flowy.
Foiled again. If I cannot imbue the infernal thing with my power via magical means, we may need to devise a way to infuse the vessel with my blood after all.
Art thou unwell?
Or perhaps a brief respite? It wouldn't do to overtax yourself.
I think his crystal stuff's just grown.
I'm fine. And given to stubbornness, I'm afraid. Especially when I have a stake in the outcome.
Oh? I do wonder what that is. Oh my... Oh, him again. Xenos, what are you doing there? Wearing something that looks very much like... The top bit looks very ASEAN. And how the ever-loving fuck did you get back to Aminon? Oh, is he dreaming about that or what?
The dream again.
The dream of Amarok, yeah. But why are you dreaming about it? Oh.
A recurring dream. They do so fascinate me. Might I trouble you for the details?
I have always dreamed of it. Fire falling from the heavens, and the city, nay, the whole world ablaze.
Indeed. Could Emmett Selk have found a way? Precious few possess memories of the final days.
The final days?
He walks like Emmett Selk.
Why, yes. Admittedly, my knowledge is mostly second-hand, but if you are interested, I will gladly tell you the tale. The tale of the world's end.
This is so not going right. To be continued. Are you flipping serious? Is that it? That's where they left it. I'm not okay with that. Yeah, the next patch is coming out soon though, so that should be fine. We still have a trial to do anyways, so let's see how that goes. What are we doing here? Oh, away with the fairy. I don't have that. To the balloon. Oh, we're getting the last bits of the raid open, are we? That's certainly a bit odd. Might be that our item level is not big enough then. No, big enough. So there's nothing new with the Eden thing. Bit sad. Alright then. Let's go finish off the other stuff we've got. I just need a bit more item level to get to... Was it 255 to get in there? Oh, I need to repair. How do you repair stuff again? Do that in a minute then. I'll be back in a second. Just handing in a quest I've got there. Very French music here. Ooh. I get to go to the dream realm. Aww, that's cute. What are those black things though? Welcome. You stand within an illusionary space created by our magics. Normally, it's filled with fun things, but it's been empty, like this, since the gates were sealed off. Oh. The gates lead to the dreams of mortals in various regions of Novrand. You see, they allow us to interact with dreams, to shape them and rollick in them. Sniff. A sinister magic hangs over the gates. The work of Anla. I shouldn't doubt. So it seems. How did you get in here? Why, Thon Saul showed me in, of course, and even if it weren't your distinguished guest, my cuteness doubtless would have won them over. Well, cuteness, not really. You're not nearly as cute as you think you are, damn right. But alright, you can stay. No! Now where was I? Right. With that little girl freed from my nightmares, I sense that the magic over the gates has weakened slightly but surely. This is because Anla has lost interest in the girl, I'm sure of it. We should be able to open one of the gates again. The one leading to Lakeland. I grasp the situation now, but I dare say our mortal friend is confused. Permit me to summarize it for her benefit. Anla has identified mortals across Novrand who strongly share their torment and planted nightmares in them. In order to prevent interference, they sealed off the gates to the locals beyond. These mortals under Anla's hold have spread their influence to those around them, giving rise to the phenomenon of mass nightmares. Why do you suppose Anla is giving people nightmares? Pixies do things for fun. Anla seems different. It is quite a mystery indeed. Knowing Anla's motivation will be the key to our efforts, and rest assured I shall continue sniffing about for answers. Alright, that's enough talking. Let's do something fun for a change. I am going to lend you my power. What I want you to do is stand before the gate yonder and reach out into it, while holding an image of Lakeland in your mind. Okay. I'm just gonna wander over there. Let us dispel this evil purple smoke. there's light! Bubbles! We have got bubbles. With that, we've reopened the first gate. We only have a few dream bubbles, though, so we can't do much more here. The bubbles hold the memories of mortals' fun and happy dreams. They used to fill our garden with all sorts of delightful things, and we can never have enough of them. So you're stealing dreams, basically. On that note, we could still use your help. We went through a lot to reopen the gate. We have to make sure it stays opened. Oh, don't tell me I have to do all that crap again. Bubbles! By freeing the little girl and son from her nightmares, you and yours have reclaimed the dreams of those in Lakeland. Beck appears eager to restore Life Mig to its former fun-filled glory, and for this they require your aid. Who's surprised? Speak with her. Right, let's continue this back outside. I'll arrange it so you can always return here. Just let Thon Saul know whenever you want to come and go. Okay. Well, I don't see any fun things going on here, but at least it's a bit brighter. Now, how the fuck do I get back out? What are you laughing about? There you have it. Lee Meg. It's a bit bare at the moment, I know, but we'll collect more dream bubbles and we'll fill the place with fun things again. What about the gates to the other regions? Shouldn't we try and open them as well? Yeah, that would be fair. Oh, we should and we will. But first we need to focus on the one that's already open. As it stands, Lakeland is still vulnerable to Anla's influence. In order to keep them and their nightmares away, we must keep the mortals happy by filling the region with lots of fun dreams. So you see, there's still much to be done. Won't you keep helping us so that mortals and pixies can have a place to play together? As long as you don't play tricks on me. Thank you. Rest assured, I wouldn't dream of playing tricks on you. After all, I'm a good Titania-fearing pixie. Without further ado, then, let's get to work bringing smiles to the people of Lakeland. For your part, I want you to gather lots of dream materials, items that we can enchant and use to rebuild. Lakeland is home to many lonely orphans, so objects that would alleviate loneliness would be ideal. Many thanks! Oh, fuck off. I too shall continue my investigation. This Porksy will not hover idly by, while stomach-churning nightmares plague the land. Snort. Beast trap quests unlocked. Okay. 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 Bring me a dream! Sounds cool. Should I use my ring now? Didn't you say use away with the fairies? But that's not in Mortsuk, is it? Behind me, there. Yelford! Ah. Yelford has arrived in Mortsuk bearing pertinent information. Oh, there you are. I'm part of the team helping with the highly classified and very, very secret thing. Sure. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, I've come to inform you of a rather interesting development. It's about the girl who was brought back from the empty. She's finally woken up, you see. Oh, that night girl. Yelford and Iona too. We heard the news from Thancred. Is it true? Yes, it most certainly is. Apparently her name is Gaia. She claims to be a free citizen of Ylmer, although she remembers nothing of the events leading up to her attack on Eden. She lost her memory? Parts of it, at the very least. We also cannot be sure whether she's telling the truth or merely a ruse. She is yet to display any hostility, which is encouraging, I suppose. And Thancred's with her now, is he? Yes, he's taken her to Ylmer, mainly to verify that she's told us so far. Quiz the locals, that sort of thing. After that, the plan is to come back here, though they're taking rather longer than I'd anticipated. I do hope nothing's amiss. Nod. Yeah, there is something amiss there. Maybe Thancred's finally gotten over Menphilia and found a girl he likes. Good grief, are you always this slow? At this rate, it'll be dark again before we know it. The night sky returning is all well and good, but it does make each day seem awfully short. And are you still dragging your heels back there? At least act as if you've got a purpose, would you? Oh my god, who's that ugly bitch? Now look here, I'm not one of your servants. Why don't you try carrying your own luggage for a change? Thancred, you're back! Daddy! You lot are a sight for sore eyes. Yes, even you, Oriange. Gaia and I have just finished shipping her personal effects from Ylmer. I'm glad we could finally meet. Properly, I mean. So, did you learn anything useful then? Other than where she lives, not an awful lot. Her supposed neighbours barely knew the first thing about her. Hell, she barely knows the first thing about her. Her recollection of her life in Ylmer is patchy at best. She looks like the, official girl with the long hair. Not Yuri, not the one, not what they renamed her, but the one that becomes the primal. But she seems convinced that she'll regain her memory if she accompanies us, And so she invited herself to join our merry band, and for her first act she ordered me to carry her luggage. Lovely girl. If you insist on standing around talking, might I suggest finding a place to sit down first? My feet are killing me. Well, don't wear the bloody heels then. Then perhaps you should have chosen more sensible footwear. I agree. Still, it's not such a bad idea, shall we? I don't like that girl. Where are they? Over there. So you don't remember anything at all? Not attacking us, not falling unconscious. Such selective amnesia would rightly raise suspicion within those of a cautious mind. Yet if she does speak the truth, it would lend credence to my current hypothesis, though admittedly some further... Not now, Oriange, she's only just waking up. We don't want to bore her back to sleep. In any case, I prefer to follow my instincts, and they're telling me that Gaia means us no harm. After much deliberation, I thought it only right to let her know about our work in the empty as a sign of goodwill. After all, trust works both ways. Oh, Thancred, you never change, do you? Though I would ask you, hero, not to let your guard down just yet. Cool. So you're the one I'm supposed to have fought. Come to think of it, I recognize you from somewhere. Maybe I've just got some of those faces, so you should, considering you tried to kill me. Yeah. Well, if Thancred's version of events is anything to go by, you weren't exactly holding back yourself. Still, it seems I didn't give you much of a choice but to defend yourself, so let's call it even. No, you're a fucking bitch. You attacked me. Not that I have any recollection of it. Yeah, well, that's your own fault. It's like remembering fragments of a dream. Only to realize those things actually happened. It's as though my whole life has been leading to this. Oh, really? Those speakers as though thou didst expect these events. I guess you could say that. It's what the fairy tells me. I can't see it, but it's as though there's someone else inside me, and I can hear its voice in my head. Oh, great. It whispers to me and lets me use its power. Magic, I suppose you could call it. Not that I know much about that sort of thing. And this power alloweth thee to tear open the fabric betwixt realities, that thou mayest call forth the ether-starved denizens of what remaineth of the 13th. But what? Was that supposed to mean something, or are you just spouting random words at me? Honestly, I don't know how you all put up with this. I've only just met him, and his insufferable prattle is already giving me a headache. God, I still can't believe I'm having this conversation. And to think that I was flying about in a suit of armor waving a sword. That doesn't sound like me at all. Someone else inside you. Like Minfilia was inside me. The similarities cannot be ignored. Though it is too early to say with certainty, Gaia Male will be the Oracle of Darkness. Oracle of Darkness, what does that mean? It means that you may have been right when you said she has something in common with Emmet Selk. Those who have been used as a living host by an Ascian have no recollection of events that occurred during their possession. This I know from personal experience. But Gaia seems to have some memories still, even if they're a little bit hazy. Moreover, she has remained in control of herself even when she heard the voice within, much like you and Minfilia. And though Rhine was never much her own person, Minfilia's presence did exert a change upon her outward appearance, granting her hair and eyes a hue akin to that of our dear departed friend. It is therefore not unthinkable that Gaia's raven locks may be a manifestation of the darkness which have come to reside within her. But I was born like this, and my parents, they both had black hair too. Or at least I think they did. It's been so long since I saw them, I can't remember. But enough about me. You're in Philia, aren't you? The Oracle of Light who they were hosting in Yulma. That's right, though imprisoning is a better word. They kept me locked away, and I didn't know much about Yulma and its people, or the rest of the world for that matter. I see. And how exactly did the Oracle of Light come to run with the Warrior of Darkness? Well, it all started when... blah, 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 blah. It's a long story. Yes, I still remember the day everyone went raving mad and Lord Vorthry fled. Everything after that is still a blur, though. From what Gaia's told me, she wasn't part of the mob that attacked us, but how was she able to resist Vorthry's control? Mayhaps it was the intervention of this fairy whom she speaketh. As curious as that might be, we still don't know why she appeared out of nowhere as soon as Eden took flight. This is just a guess, but I'd say that the fairy reacted to it in some way, and for whatever reason, made me go after it. Yes, it seems like the only explanation. I don't know about you lot, but I've had enough nattering. I'm going back to Eden. Sorry, what? The fairy wanted something from Eden, and knowing what that is will bring me a step closer to discovering exactly what it has been living in my head all of these years. Don't think that sounds like a massively good idea. Besides, my memories aren't going to restore themselves, and certainly not through idle chit-chat, so I'm going and that's that. Okay. Gaia, wait! Insufferable, utterly insufferable, and yet we can't leave her to do her own devices. Come on. And flight! Flutter, 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 flutter. Food? Destination. Get away from me! Oi. That's a big thing. Gaia! It seems I've no choice. What is that? What did she just do? Oh, kaboom. Oh, that's the time bombs she was using. What am I? Let's talk some more. What are you all gawking at? I don't mean to stare, but it's not every day I see magic like that, so this is the power of the fairy you spoke of. Ever since I was a child, it has whispered to me, telling me what to do. That's how I came to use its power. But there are things I can't even explain. Holes ripped in thin air, terrifying creatures crawling out, ghastly looking blades, and an armor appearing out of nowhere. But worst of all is the dark energy that comes from inside. This power, it feels as though it's only flowing through me and never truly mine. And even when it answers my call, it always takes a few moments for the spells to work. So, in summary, you don't have control over the magic. Well, it's not as if I ever tried to control it. I haven't made a habit of fighting wild beasts. Unfortunately, it's part and parcel of travelling through Armorang. And while I understand that you want answers, you're not going to find them unprepared as you are. But if your heart is set on this, then we'll help you. Well, of course we will. Ryan, think about what you're saying. You're seriously considering taking Gaia to see Eden. There's no telling what might happen if she loses control again, so the safest option is for her to stay away until our work is done. Somewhere we can keep an eye on her. You must realize it's for our own good. I must concur with Thancred's assessment. At present, we know precious little of Gaia's origin and less still of her powers. If she is indeed the Oracle of Darkness, her presence may complicate a task already fraught with peril, placing our mission and her own well-being in jeopardy. In full knowledge of the risks, doth thou still wish to pursue this course? I do. It wasn't so long ago that I was living in isolation, being held against my will. Maybe the people keeping an eye on me thought that was for my own good too. But if we shut Gaia away from our own convenience, we're no better than Vorthri and Ranjit. I've learned that when someone is in need, we must reach out and help. Oh, great. Not push them away. Now it's my turn to do for Gaia what you've all done for me. Oh, really? She's just going to use you. Even knowing the danger that lies ahead, I won't choose the easy way out. This is the path I've chosen. Is that good enough for you? Well, I guess it'll have to be. Well, can't say fairer than that. How about you, Oriandre? The light of thy spirit doth burn bright. I'm alright with that answer. Mine apologies, my dear, but we felt it necessary to test thy resolve. Let it suffice to say thou hast left no room for doubt. For what it's worth, Ryan, I've never doubted you. But make no mistake. The danger that Oriande and I spoke of is all too real. If you're prepared to go through with this, we'll be right there beside you. That means a lot to me, thank you. I couldn't care less who I travel with, but if we're going to go, then let's get going already. There's supposed to be some sort of craft waiting at the Southern Watchtower, yes? Come along then and don't fall behind. You stupid bitch! Got no manners. No, she's no flippin' oracle. She's some sinister thing. It might be a bit of a tight squeeze with the 5 of us, but we'll manage. Perhaps Oriange can sit on top of our luggage. Depart for the empty. Now talk to Gaia. So there it is. Oh, I'm not happy with that. Eden, I'll find the answers I seek. The bringer of the flood, the first sin eater. Would it lead me to my past or my future? What awaited on the path ahead, I couldn't say, but I had no choice but to take the first step. Oh, so we're hearing her story now. Gaia is lost in thought as she gazes towards the silent giant on the horizon. Okay. I know what it's like. It was the same for me. But I was lucky because Thancred freed me from Yormo and I had a chance to see the world. More importantly, though, I met all kinds of people and they taught me not to live in another's shadow but to be myself. Maybe one day you'll have that chance too. Said your piece, have you? One day? What's that supposed to mean? I don't know how the great Oracle of Light sees such things. For someone like me, who's only known life in Yulmore, there was no tomorrow, there was no future, only the here and now. And when we waste time on these meaningless conversations, I feel each moment of my life slipping away. Time, it won't wait. Not for me, not for anyone. You a fucking bitch. I don't know how much longer I can hold on to who I am. I'm sorry, Gaia. Gaia? That's probably not even my real name. It isn't. When Thancred asked me my name, I couldn't remember. That's when the fairy whispered to me, Gaia. But if you grew up in Yulma, surely someone there must know who you are. Everyone I once knew had either disappeared or had been turned into sin eaters. Those whose faces and names I can still remember, that is. In the end, we found not a single person who so much as recognized me. As far as I can tell, I've never been the most sociable person, but still. Well, even if it's not your real name, I think Gaia sounds lovely. If you're happy with it, then that's what I'll call you. And if you're willing, instead of Oracle of Light, please call me Rhine. Is not the name I was born with. That's long forgotten now, but the one the people whom I consider family gave to me. Is that so? Well, does Monster Trader love to keep chatting up? There's something that's bothering me. I thought the fairy would have reacted to Eden in some way, but so far, nothing whatsoever. From what I gather, it wasn't until Eden started moving that it appeared out of the blue. Perhaps if you were to actually try flying it somewhere, the fairy might break its silence. If you've got elements to restore, or whatever it is, why don't you hurry up and get it over with? At once, your ladyship. I need to learn. You need to learn some fucking manners, girl. And you need to stop wasting my time. Well, why don't you just go do it yourself then? Yeah, let's just drown her. Alright everyone, I think we've talked for long enough. If you're ready, let's make our way to Eden. Why are we taking the little bitch? Yeah, I know. Thancred's got things for those girls. And talk to Oriange. Following the initial changes brought by the release of water and earth, the empty hath displayed no further signs of alteration. Stability some may call this and be satisfied, but in truth it is passivity. A passivity stemming from the light's ever-pervasive presence. If we are to break the status quo, we must needs employ a catalyst, a third element that shall rouse and stabilize those unleashed energies in activity. Therefore, I propose lightning. Lightning isn't really an element, but hey. So the primal would be Ramu, yes? From what I've heard, he's a guardian of the forest and not particularly keen on conflict. But you've actually fought him, haven't you? He's half man, half beard, and the other half beard for good measure. I spent most of the time chasing after orbs without degrees of success. Or with varying degrees of success. Yeah, rather that. I wonder if the selves had anything to do with that. I hear they can be quite mischievous, much like the pixies of Ilmeg. I'm glad to see our lessons have paid off. Well, it's like you say. If we want to call forth an accurate representation of the primal, I should picture it in my mind as clearly as possible. At the very least, it would be worth a try. But the rest is up to you, hero. Lovely. Bitch phase is right next to us. In order for this to work, we need to actually fly somewhere, yes? So rather than sitting in one spot while you exchange anecdotes, why don't you get this blasting thing moving? You're such a bitch. One must admit the suggestion is not without merit. Rhine, might I suggest the Gandalf Thunder Plains as our next location? These plains, it is writ, were perpetually blanketed in storm clouds. The only source of illumination, the ceaseless barrage of lightning. The ambient ether that lingereth there shall provide ideal conditions for the summoning. And that's where we're heading. Come on, Eden, we've got a job to do. Like a little dog. This should be as good a spot as any. Alright, whenever you're ready. Memories of Ramu flash through your mind. Eden's verse, fulmination. Ooh. Use the duty finder to enter Eden's verse. No. Okay. So that is the next thing for us to do. And I think that was quite enough for today. So we'll be ending it there. And hopefully we will see you back next week for another Midweek Madness. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again next week.